People, what's going on? You guys already know who it is. Your boy Bobby from Mentourme.com. Let me fix my second phone here. I'm live on IG, live on Facebook. Everybody, good evening, good night, good evening. Hope everybody's having a great day. People, it's important to understand you live life once and make sure you be the best you. Dada, what's going on? How's my beautiful nieces doing? Sorry. Hope they good. Guys, we'll get some people rolling and let everybody get on live. And we're going to have a great topic of discussion. Right now, what time is it? 9:20. As you guys know, I'm always, of course, educating individuals on teaching you guys financial literacy, how to be a better you, how to manage your money, how to invest your money. And that's always the goal, and that's always what it's going to be to, of course, get you guys to the next level of life. As you guys know, the stock market had a green day today, which a lot of people are loving. Green days are always great things. And again, it's always, of course, beneficial when you have green days. But again, good evening, Bill. What's going on with you? Today, we're going to talk about a couple different things. Again, we're going to catch up on the stock market. We're going to talk about a couple of my shows coming up. And then we're going to talk about credit versus cash, because this is a topic that I think a lot of people are having a problem with when it comes to, of course, elevating financially and elevating mentally. A lot of us still got this mindset that we believe as long as you have cash, you are ahead of the game. And it's not true. A lot of you need to understand the truth to life. When you want to financially win in this world, it doesn't just take cash to win. You got to understand, of course, you need leverage. You need credit. A lot of wealthy people continuously get wealthy because of one reason. They're continuously leveraging every single day. And what are a lot of you still doing in this world? You're still, of course, just using cash. And you got to realize that cash can only get you so far. I'm going to get off live off IG. I'm not sure why. Is it? Oh, hold on. Okay. Oh, it's actually, okay. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Give me back. Okay. That's weird. I don't know why I did that, but. All right, here we go. People, today we're going to talk about the reality of credit. I know you guys would probably love to hear me say, I'm going to be fixing your credit. I want to sell you credit repair. That's not what I'm here for. I really don't do credit repair, but if somebody needs that service, I could help out in that area. Or there's a lot of individuals on your timeline, or there's a lot of people that do credit repair. My goal is not to sell you credit repair services. My goal is just to educate you on credit. That's what my goal is tonight. But before we start going into credit, shouts out to everybody that's in my chat room monthly, of course, on my subscribe chat room, learn how to trade stocks and learning the true element of actually long-term growth. And of course, constant swing trading, not day trading, because again, day trading is actually getting in a position in the morning and you'll be out by the end of the night. But again, also to day trade, you have to have $25,000 due to the SEC regulations. That's a whole different ball game there. But again, a lot of you still need to understand there's a lot of opportunities. Swing trading, meaning you're getting in, probably selling in a couple days, selling in a couple weeks. But we're all learning one important thing in that chat room. Patience is key. Patience is key. As you guys know, the market is up and there's going to be a lot of volatility. It's going to be going down a little bit soon. It's going to be going back up for three factors I spoke about prior. One is, of course, we're all waiting for the vaccine. Not saying I'm going to take it, but it's essential to the market because, again, the vaccine is going to, by theory, move everybody on the macro level to want to come out and, of course, go back to doing certain type of activities such as movie theaters, going to games and everything such as that. Because, again, by theory, they're going to feel like everybody's good, that, you're not going to catch COVID anymore. Two, as you guys know, we're still waiting on an extension in regards to, Sheila, what's going on with you, mama? We're still waiting on an extension in regards to, of course, the stimulus between Steve Mnuchin, who's Treasurer of State, and of course Nancy Pelosi, who's Speaker. And it's important to understand that until that negotiation gets finalized, and which is very difficult because you have two different perspectives on how much liquidity is needed to, of course, facilitate to be able to move forward. And of course, it's important to understand November 2nd is the election. So again, if Biden wins, that's going to, of course, benefit certain stocks, especially Chinese stocks. It's also going to hinder certain stocks based on the market itself. Eventually, I think in due time, it'll go back up. Martha, what's going on? The boss is in the building. The reason I push a lot of stock market talk on my lives is because this is something I day trade. I do a lot of swing trading. I do also long-term trading. And it is something that I've made a lot of wealth doing in regards to, of course, investing. But I've also, of course, invested into real estate. When we say real estate, we're talking residential and commercial. It's important that you guys understand there's a lot of money to be made in this world if you open up your minds. Because a lot of you have this mindset that you still think the only way to make money is to go work a 9-to-5 job. And as you can see in this world, I get a lot of calls daily, a lot of bookings, whatever the case may be. A lot of people are financially struggling because, again, these jobs are not paying you what you're worth. But again, you got to realize that you have the final decision to make a change. Now, we all know November 14th, 10 a.m. to 12 noon location is to be determined. I'm doing a show teaching you how to flip real estate without any money. I will do a portion of the segment just educating you on what is investing, because I realize a lot of you don't know what investing is, the fundamentals of it. Actually, how do you strategically analyze a project? Okay, if somebody tells you, okay, I don't know, this home is going for, I don't know, $200,000, and the ARV after repair value, I don't know, is $250. How do you know if that's a deal or not? How do you know how to take it down? How do you know how are you going to finance that deal based on what's going to be what we call your ROI, your return on investment, or your cash on cash ratio? These are things you have to understand when you're investing into the world of real estate. And a lot of you want to learn where to start. You never invested into real estate. You never flipped a property before. This is a great show to really teach you how to flip real estate with and without money. Okay. The last day to, of course, reserve your seat for that particular show so I can make sure I have a solid head count is going to be November 9th, 2020, of course. It's going to be the last day to reserve your seat for that show. And I'm going to make a decision where I want to hold that show. It depends on the amount of people that show up, or that's going to be live streaming from different states. And from there, I'm going to make my decision where I want to hold that show. Where do we sign up? Simply go to mentourme.com. Just click on products, and you'll see it right there. I think it's $149, and it's a 2-hour show. If you're a beginner, if you're advanced, this show is great for you, because if you're a beginner, I'm going to be teaching you the fundamentals to intro you into what is a real estate market on flipping real estate. Then if you're advanced, I'm going to be teaching you something you never learned before, because that second component of it, I know a lot of people don't know, because again, this is not something that's taught in schools. There's no classes that have taught this. I didn't learn this in a book. I didn't learn this from somebody. This is something that you actually have to apply. You have to have taken a risk to have learned how to put all these pieces together. So I'm gonna be honest with you. This is something a lot of you don't understand. I'm telling you, I've yet to meet a person that said, "Oh, I've heard of this before." I haven't met a person that said that yet. But again, you never know. You might have some exceptions. But it's important to understand, people. Today we're gonna talk about credit versus cash. I get it. We're growing up in this world. I grew up in the urban areas, growing up in Fort Lauderdale, Florida areas such as Sistrunk, areas in Miami such as Liberty City, areas such as what we call Driftwood, 19th and 31st, what we call, of course, urban areas. I've learned that while growing up, nobody really teaches us how to understand the true value of leverage. So we go into this world, start understanding the street side of life, understanding that as long as you have a big, as we say, big bag of cash, or you have a lot of cash, you'll be okay. You got to realize cash can only get you so far, okay? I love when I meet a lot of people that have $50,000, $60,000, $80,000 cash, okay, sitting under a mattress, sitting in a shoebox, sitting wherever it is, safe deposit box, wherever it's going to be. You got to realize it can only get you so far. Because here's the problem, right? Let's look at problem number one. You have $50,000 or $80,000 cash, okay? You can't put it back into the banking system. So you got to leverage somebody who probably can't even put that amount back into the banking system in big increments. So they got to take their time to put it back in. And you better pray that they don't get audited, because that's going to be a whole different issue. So understanding cash is beneficial to a certain degree, because why? Yes, majority of companies in this world that we live, we do accept cash. But when it comes to certain levels of greatness, certain levels of wealth, cash can only get you so far. Now, a lot of us are taught, and I hear a lot of people say this, "Oh, I don't need credit. Credit, it ain't no big deal. My credit, as long as I got what I need, I'm straight. Credit is not important. I'm going to just keep doing me." I hear a lot of these type of statements. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how far you can go in life creating true 7-figure net worth or creating true seven-figure incomes, creating what we call true passive income, making money while you sleep. I don't know how you're going to do that with just cash. I'm going to give you an example. Hypothetically, you got $60,000 cash, okay? A home costs $200,000. You're already out of the ball game. You can't even buy the home. Now let's change this situation. Imagine you have $20,000 cash, but you have an 800 credit score. Now that changes the ball game because why? First of all, that $20,000 need to get back into the banking system so it could be on paper. Second, now you can leverage into that property. And if you had some more cash by theory, you could, of course, rehab the property and probably flip it. Now, a lot of you need to understand, here's what's the beauty about life if we could all work together. But it's difficult because when you got a lot of different friends around you, everybody's on a different mindset. Everybody's on a different path of their own success. So it's very difficult to get all your friends on the same path so you could win. So we all could win, right? Imagine having 5 close friends, okay? And there's a deal that's presented, $500,000, okay? All you got to come up with is 10% of the $500,000, which essentially would be $50,000. It's 5 friends. So if everybody could come up with $10,000, we would be good. Because again, you could leverage the other $450,000. The problem is what happens when all 5 of your best friends don't have credit? Now you're going to let that great opportunity pass you by and let somebody else reap the benefits. A lot of you need to understand credit is so valuable in a lot of different aspects. I know a lot of people love to finance cars. It's important that you understand when you're financing cars, if you want a low interest rate, it's important to have good credit. A lot of you need to understand that you could also flip real estate with great credit. I've learned in life, credit has more value than cash almost to a whole different degree. When you look at the fact of, again, what I do for a living, I'm a commercial realtor / broker, I guess. And a building costs, let's say $1 million. Usually you got to put 20% down, that's $200,000. But don't you realize something? You're short the other $800,000. With good credit and some liquidity, you could take that building down. But a lot of us since young, we're programmed. And our parents sometimes are who to blame. Oh, you don't need credit. As long as you got cash, you good. A building costs $1 million. You don't have $1 million. You got $50,000. You cannot buy that building. Let's change it again. A condo costs $100,000. You have bad credit. The $100,000 condo requires 20% down. 2080 LTV, loan to value. 20% down would be $20,000. Yeah, you got the $20,000, but here's the problem. You short 80 because why? You need to leverage into that condo, but you don't have good credit. A lot of us were walking around with fancy brand names, foreign vehicles, material products that we can't even pronounce sometimes, but we don't have good credit. Why is that? If you're smart enough to understand that this brand is going to cost you 8 hours of work, you're smart enough to understand the importance of credit. Think of credit just like this. It's like your tool belt. And the more credit, the more tools you have, the easier it is for you to survive long term in this world. See, one of the biggest problems is when times get rough, a lot of us don't have any tools. So what we do is start complaining, going around to other friends, begging for money. And then when they don't give it to us, guess what happens? We start talking bad about it. This friend left me hanging. You was never there for me. They didn't have to be there for you. You should have been there for yourself. And that's where a lot of us go wrong. I've learned in life, you can't entertain people's bad habits. We got grown adults that's 40 years old, 45 years old that don't understand the value of credit. I spoke before, let's say about 6 months ago, about the 3 different components of let's just talk about basic credit, right? Basic credit, okay? You need 3 lines of credit, meaning you need 3 credit cards. You do not have to finance a car to build credit. And I see a lot of these videos passing around, which is so ridiculous to me. You build your credit, then go buy an $80,000 car. Let me get this right. You build your credit just to go put yourself in debt $80,000. Tell me, where's the pro about that? Where's the pro about that? Personal satisfaction, I'm assuming? It's your credit. I can't tell you what to do. But wouldn't it be smarter to take good credit and actually apply it to a real estate asset that can actually bring you passive income? Instead of taking your good 800 score, putting it in a depreciating asset, which is a car, which is never going to make you any money, but just have you look good, right? Knowing that you don't own anything. A lot of people live in this world, and it's sad. We're living in this world without any good credit. We don't have no credit. Some of us have no credit. Having no credit is even worse than having bad credit. And some of us, we own nothing. And then we go into this mindset, as long as I got cash, I'm good. Cash is king. I've heard that before. Cash is king, huh? Cash is king. You know what's funny about that statement? I don't hear that statement on CNBC, which is where the 10% of the wealthy like to, of course, speak and hang out. I don't hear that statement on CNN, which is international news. I don't hear that cash is king statement on any station that understands the true value of credit, the true leverage of life. In this world, to make money, you have to use other people's money to make money. You should not always be using your money to make money. Now, a lot of you understand the video I posted today, again, it's not to attack any of you. It's to put a little bit more strategic value in your life. Many people have great credit, but they're doing nothing with it. That's another problem we have. So we got a person that has bad credit sitting around doing a whole bunch of nothing. We got a person that never want to build their credit, sitting around doing a whole bunch of nothing. And when we have people that have high credit scores that invest in nothing. So you just have a high credit score just to do what? And then you have people that have great credit and go put themselves in depreciating asset debt. So let me get this right. You built your credit high as it could be before you even created passive income. Think about that for a moment. I'm not here to tell you that you shouldn't drive an expensive car. I'm not here to tell you that you shouldn't have the car of your dreams if you're going to be financing. What I'm here to do is give you a little bit better insight. Wouldn't it be smarter? Think about this for a moment. You had good credit. You bought a house, maybe two houses, or maybe apartment complex, maybe a duplex. And that duplex is bringing you in $5,000 to $7,000 a month, right? And then you went to the dealership and took $1,000 of the $5,000 to $7,000, and used that to, of course, pay your Mercedes-Benz car payment. So now you're still left with $5,000 to $6,000 net. So what you're essentially doing, you're leveraging your good credit and your passive income to pay off debt, which is a smarter way of doing things. Imagine when somebody goes to work, they're going to work to pay you rent. They're going to work to pay off your Mercedes. Isn't that a smarter way? I get it. A lot of you sometimes think, again, the minute you get these material things, you're emotionally stable. Okay, I get it. Oh my God, I just got a new Mercedes truck. I just got the new BMW truck. So I've been building my credit all my life. Finally, oh man, my friends told me, damn, you looking good. Man, I love your truck, boy. You nice, boy. Okay. Your girl's like, ooh, I can't wait till we go out this weekend. Ooh. So now you go into this mindset like, man, I did make a good decision. I did make a good decision putting myself in $40,000 to $80,000 worth of car debt, knowing I'm probably still renting an apartment, knowing I have nothing bringing me in money, when I could have used my credit to create passive income and let my passive income pay my debt. Think about that for a moment, because a lot of you still don't get that. And a lot of us wasn't taught that. Let passive income pay your debt. I told you guys, I'll say when I'm 34, probably 38, I'm going to get my Lambo. I already know the payment is going to be about $3,500 a month. I already know. Even if I put $80,000 down, it's going to be about $3,500 a month. I already did my numbers. Well, what do you think? I'm going to pay the $3,500 out of my pocket? No. Slow down. Why do you think I say I'm buying a building soon? So I could create what we call passive income, When I have 20 to 30 people paying me rent while I go to sleep, they got to go to work and pay me rent. Imagine $30,000 coming in every month, revolving, passive income. And then I'm going to take 3,000 of the 30 and let them pay my Lambo. So while I'm driving nice drop top Huracan, speeding down the highway, going 140, and everybody's wondering, how is he driving a car like this? You're going to have that person that's going to ask, what do you do for a living? Oh, I own real estate. I own commercial real estate and residential. I have a couple buildings, or I have a building. And, through my passive income, that's actually how I pay for this car. And, when you really think about it, that's how life should be. A lot of people are doing that to you. Why aren't you doing it back to them? Why are you sitting here with bad credit? Why are you sitting here, even if you have good credit, doing nothing with it? I mean, so many people that have great credit and they do nothing with it. I want to talk about another part that a lot of you don't understand about credit, right? I can't say a lot, majority. Rule number one about credit is to have 3 credit lines, right? We spoke about that a moment ago. That's just three credit cards. Rule number 2, and I said before for you, rule number 1, you don't need to put yourself in debt to build credit. This is the misperception. I build credit, then one of the ways to build credit, let me go finance an expensive car. I don't know who the hell teaching you these type of teachings. This is not how it goes. Credit is free. Of course, credit cards always have some type of interest rate, and it's very high, up to 22% variable. But it's important to understand your goal of building credit is not to go buy debt that's not producing you income. That's not the goal. It's to, of course, leverage into something that creates you passive income first. Then you could, go accumulate some negative debt. I see some comments before I continue. Before I go to rule number 2 of credit. The truth is 95% think of comfort and security when it comes to financial matters. Residual income to pay for residual bills, 100%. That's true financial freedom, 100%. See, that's the goal. Surely the goal is to create financial freedom. But our mindset, you gotta understand, it's very difficult to deprogram people's minds who have been taught one way of thinking when it comes to something. It takes time for them to see the truth. And then you gotta remember too, there's social factors. You're hanging around the same people that believe probably the same things you believe. It's very difficult to readjust your mindset. And then you get this guy with a polo hat straight from TJ Maxx, $12, an H&M $7 shirt, speaking at 9:43 p.m. Eastern time, telling you that you should be leveraging your good credit to create passive income. And it's difficult for people like, what the hell are you talking about? What I want you guys to understand, rule number 1, you need 3 lines of credit, right? We all know the simple factors of credit. Rule number 2, you should never use more than 30% of your credit card. We know that, right? So the card limit has, $1,000. 30% is $300. If the card limit has $10,000, 30% is $3,000. If the card limit has $50,000, 30% is $15,000. But here's the problem. Why do I see many of the people who sit down with me or people that I know at 30 years old, 25 years old, 40 years old, they still have credit cards, Capital One, starter cards from when it was 20 with $1,000 credit limits on it. Because we're going to go to rule number 3. If they tell you you can't use more than 30%, why do you sit here and only have a credit card with $1,000 limit on it? Do you understand another benefit of using or of having other people's money is to use it for emergencies? So if your card limit got $1,000 on it, 30% is $300. Why don't you increase your card to $10,000? 30% of $10,000 is $3,000. Why don't you increase your card to $30,000? 30% of $30,000 is $9,000. Why don't you increase your cards to what I like to do, $100,000? 30% of $100,000 is $30,000. See, what a lot of you don't realize is rule number 3 has never been taught. It's never been taught. I've been pushing rule number 3 for a long time. Some people say, oh, you're crazy. It's not your fault. If you got 3 credit cards and each credit card got $50,000 credit limit on it, and you run into an emergency, do you realize that you could use 30% of each card? That would be 15,000 times 3, which would give you leverage of 45,000. And you could take that 45,000 and handle your personal situations. But when a lot of you come to my show on November 14th, I'm going to open up your mind a little further. Imagine taking that 45,000 off of that credit card and leveraging it into a real estate property, flipping the property 4 months, and making $40,000, $30,000, $50,000. A lot of you to this day don't realize that credit cards can be leveraged if you know how to use what we call a cash advance. If you have high credit limits to flip properties. A lot of us don't understand. You could use your credit to be leveraged to invest into real estate to flip properties. Now, even further, some of you don't realize that you could even use the credit card limits of your credit, the cash advance, to flip properties and create you what you're probably making in 1 year on one deal. But the question is, who teaches us this? Nobody. So again, I understand it's very difficult for some people to listen to me because why? It's a program mindset. All your life, you've been probably taught credit ain't good for you. As long as I'm chasing the bag. You hear listen to the music, and I listen to rap music. But listen to the mindset. Some of you don't get it yet. I'm chasing the bag. So everything, when you hear the music, oh, I'm chasing the bag, or I'm chasing this money, I'm trying to get this money, I'm trying to get this bag, you start to think, man, as long as I got cash, I'm good. As long as I got cash, I'm good. How come I don't see the billionaires talking like that? How come I don't see the millionaires talking like that? I don't hear no millionaire ever say some shit like that. Oh, I'm chasing the bag. Unless they're like a rapper. I don't hear no truly successful people that understand the value of leverage talk like that. You're not chasing the bag. You're chasing the leverage. How can you raise capital? That's the game of life. And a lot of you still don't understand. If $1 million, imagine this, right? Imagine this for a moment. Imagine there's $1 million opportunity, okay? And some of you got maybe 500, 800 contacts in your phone. You called all 800. Some of you can't even if you called 800 people in your cell phone, you can't even come up with $20,000. That's the embarrassing part. That you got 500 to 800 contacts in your phone, and you need a $20,000 deposit. And between you and 799 people in your phone, none of y'all can come up with $20,000 all together combined. But imagine you were a person who understands the value of leverage. And you had 5 friends or 6 friends that decided to have good credit with you and come on this journey with you. You know what? We may not have $1 million as 5 friends, but we do have good credit. I wonder if we each come up with maybe $5,000. And see if we could put all our credits on the line to take down this $1 million deal. Imagine $1 million opportunity could have made you, I'm just giving a hypothetical example, could have made you $5 million. So imagine this, $1 million opportunity comes to the table. You look through your cell phone. You look through your cell phone. Okay. Who I'm gonna call? Damn, okay. I need to come up with 50 racks. I need to come up with $50,000, okay? I got 800 contacts in my phone. I need to come up with $50,000. 800 contacts in my phone, okay? I need to come up with $50,000. Let me start calling. Call number 1. Jeff, what's going on, baby? Jeff, how's your family? It's a pleasure. Yeah, it's amazing. I'm so glad your son and your family doing good. Listen, I got an opportunity. I need your help. Okay, what's the opportunity? The opportunity is this, man. I'm trying to raise $50,000, man. I know we've been friends for almost 21 years, man. What you could put down on the 50,000? Or even if you don't got the 50, maybe I could leverage your credit. Damn. Man, my credit, I ain't been working on that for years. Okay, so call number 1 is already down the line. 38 calls later. Oh, how much you need? Like 5,000? Damn, 5,000, huh? Poof, I ain't got the 5,000. Shit. Just hit me during tax season, man. I can see what I can do for you. So what I've learned is I want you guys to understand, what's the point of having so many individuals on your contact list? And if an opportunity was presented, nobody can help you take the project down because nobody got good credit. Nobody got cash. What's the point of having all these people in your phone? Really think about that for a moment. What we don't realize is this. A lot of us don't have an opportunity problem. We have a capital raising problem. If a deal came right now and we needed to raise $100,000, a lot of you can't raise that 100. Some of you would be having problems trying to raise $10,000, which is embarrassing as a grown adult. You telling me if there's an opportunity right now to make 80 racks, $80,000, 80K net, you can't call 11 people on your phone to come up with $15,000. You need $15,000 in the next 10 days. You need to call 11 people. Who's your 11 people you're going to call? Who's your 11 people you're going to call to come up with this $15,000? Let's make it even better. You need to raise $12,000. You need to call 11 people. Damn, you call all 11. Damn, I ain't even, right now. You know, they say this, 78% of Americans don't have $1,000 saved. 84% of Americans have bad credit. But when you look at designer spending all that, you ever realize this? We spend so much money on wants, but never take time to focus on needs, ain't it? See, if this video was about some bullshit, a new car that I just bought, a new bracelet, a new chunk, right? My life will probably be 500, 800 right now. But the minute you're talking about reality of the issues that we have in our lives as human beings to get better, people don't want to hear the truth. A lot of you have issues, and I'm here to tell you how to get better with your personal issues. I spoke about the fact that you need to change your social factors. I'm speaking today to have you understand cash can only go so far. If you got $60,000 cash and a building costs $100,000, you're short 40. You need to be able to leverage. And the only thing that can leverage you in that building is credit. I'm not here to sell you credit repair. I'm here to educate your mind on why do you need credit and how you should be utilizing it. If you are a grown adult and you have kids, you got to understand your kids are going to start to have the same mindset you have until somebody changes. I'm going to tell you it's the best feeling in the world knowing that you have good credit. I'm going to tell you why. Another reason. Imagine, this is an example I give a lot of my students when they book me, right? Imagine you have a child, right? And your child needed a heart transplant. You don't have money cash. And you know, to get a transplant, it ain't no, oh, you could just pray to God and just get it. It don't work like that, okay? Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. You need to put some money on the table. I'm telling you right now. Imagine for a lot of you parents that have kids that don't understand the value of credit. This is another way to look at it. Other than the fact you could flip real estate, you could leverage into properties, you get lower down deposits when you go buy cars. Do you realize that even when you go to a dealership, you could go in a dealership with no money down and buy a car? Because your credit is good. You got good leverage. You got an 800 score. You got a 750 score. You ain't got to worry about nothing. Just go in there. What car would you like, ma'am, sir? Sign, have a nice day. You walking out. So we go back to parents. I want you guys to listen to me clearly, right? You have a daughter. You have a son. Needs a heart transplant. Okay. Now, parents, listen to me clearly on this one. You have a daughter, you have a son. Your child needs a heart transplant. Transplant costs $200,000. Your child is young, full of life. You can save your child's life, but you need $50,000 down to be able to save your child's life. Do you let your child pass away, or do you leverage the tool that this world gives us to be great, which is credit or credit cards to save your child. And you know what's crazy in this world? There's certain countries that they don't even have a credit system. And we do. In this world, the possibilities are endless. Your child has 60 days to live. You need $50,000. You've been hanging with broke friends all your life that know how to smoke, drink, and look cool. They got the best dress codes. Huh? Know how to roll up a blunt. All that, huh? You call all of them. No help. They driving the best foreigns. Looking good. Huh? Head out the window looking good, huh? You got 60 days to save your child's life. You don't have good credit. Your friends probably don't have good credit. They're not going to sign for you. You need $50,000 to save your child's life. How do you save your child's life? Now, let's change the scenario. Imagine having good credit, and you listen to this guy named Mr. Mentourme, right? And you decided to increase your credit limits. You called your credit cards and increased your credit limits, okay? And you do that twice a year. And 3 years later, you have three credit cards or more that have $40,000 to $80,000 on it. Your same scenario, your child needs to live. You have 60 days to save your child's life. You don't have $50,000 cash, but you got three credit cards that each got $80,000 on it. Remember, you could use 30%. Remember, that's the rule. Don't use more than 30%, right? You could use 30% of each card. Do you understand you could swipe each credit card at least up to $24,000 times three, because you have three credit cards, and save your child's life? Let's change the scenario again. You had a car. You bought it used. Your car broke down. That was your little baby. That was your car. You loved that car, huh? The engine went out, $11,000. You don't have no cash. You're working check by check. But you need to get back on that road as soon as possible. You need to also go get a rental real quick to hold you up while the mechanic takes his time to fix your car in the next 2 weeks. You don't have cash, but you can swipe one of your credit cards to pay for that $11,000 engine, to swipe also for your, of course, rental you need to get you going. And guess what's the best part? Nobody has to know your business. Because the problem in this world, when you need favors from people, the minute you have to tell them the favor you need, the first thing they do is, after they don't help you, is this. You wouldn't believe Nixon called me, man. I said, calling me, asking me for $11,000, man. What I look like giving her $11,000? I ain't giving Nixon the goddamn $11,000, man. Man, she should have got her shit right. Imagine, do you want to be that person? Think about that, because a lot of you sit here, kill yourself for the, Nixon, I'm messing with you, baby. You kill yourself with having fancy material things. You're shopping, you're looking good, you got all brand name products. But when it comes to your priorities, having good savings, if you're 30 years old, you should have at least $20,000 saved. If you're 30, that's minimum. If you ain't got 20 G saved at 30, come on. 30 years of your life, you ain't even got $20,000 saved? $30,000 of your whole, let me get this right. You're 30 years old. At least you ain't got $10,000 saved? You know how many adults right now have no savings? Imagine me asking a girl and a daughter at 40 years old, can I borrow $500? Damn, I ain't got it. At 40? What you been doing for 39 years? And there's a lot of adults that live that life. There is so many adults that have no savings. All they know how to do is look good. That's why I'm never impressed by what people drive. I like to get to know people. What's your credit score like? You know what we should have one day? We should have a credit score day. Everybody drop their goddamn credit score. Everybody that's following me, I want you to drop your credit score. I'm gonna have a credit score day. I want you to video it too. Like, give me like a screenshot video for like 10 seconds, because I can make sure nobody ain't editing on Photoshop. I want everybody to drop their credit score. I need to go down my friends list. All these, I think I got like 3,100 friends. I don't even know what the hell I got. And just like start picking it. Okay, anybody I see with nice cars, that dress nice, do me a favor. Post your credit score on my page. Click post your credit score on my page. Click post your credit score on my page. Click post your credit score on my page. Imagine having a credit score day. See, what I love about this world? They have a son day, a daughter day, a national siblings day. Let's have a credit score national day. Post your goddamn credit score on my page. I want to see if people really living this life that they're looking like they're living. If you one of those individuals that love that you got a new car, you had to post it, do me a favor, post your credit score. I want to see what's really going on. If you're one of those individuals that like to dress sharp, 3-piece suit on, or one of those individuals that like to make sure people see your purse, do me a favor, post your credit score. Do me a favor, just post your credit score real quick. After you post your credit score, it ain't no big deal. Just, what is it, just a measly credit score. Just post your credit score. You know why a lot of people can't do that? A lot of them can't do that because their priorities ain't right. I get it. Sheila's popping. That's what I realize in this world. We love to show off wants, but necessities, we don't like to do that. We don't like to show off necessities. I don't need to see your savings account. I don't need to see. One day I might do that. I might do a live. I want everybody to put an umbrella sign or put a fire sign if you got more than $1,000 saved. Actually, you know what? We got people live right now. If you got more than $1,000 saved, put the fire sign out. Put the fire. What's that little fire emoji thing? If you got more than $1,000 saved, I want you to put the fire symbol. Show me you got $1,000 saved at least. If you know you're a grown adult, you got $1,000 saved, put the fire, whatever, the little flame sign. You know, the reality is this. Credit is so essential. Ha ha! We got people that got savings over here. Okay. Ooh, wee. People about to start dropping off my live. People about to start talking bad about me. Damn, I don't like Bobby. He swear he know it all, huh? He swear he's just the shit, huh? I don't like when he go live because a lot of stuff he be talking about don't make sense. All of a sudden, it don't make sense, huh? It don't make sense that I'm not the type of person that's going to say, just because you drive a nice car, Peanut in the building. Peanut in the building. Tavares in the building. Shouts out to my $1,000 safe. Wee. We got some people with $1,000, boy, this thing about to turn off. This life about to be on fire, baby. Look at that. A lot of us, think about this, people. I want you guys, the whole point of this live is to really teach you guys. I like to have a little sense of humor with things. That's just how naturally I am with this thing, right? People, you need credit, man. I'm not here to sell you a credit package. I'm not here to act like I'm a credit guru. I'm not here to wear a 3-piece suit and tell you that you need to join my company. I'm not here for all that shit, okay? I'm here to tell you that you need credit. You need credit more than you need cash. I'm going to tell you how good it feels when you wake up knowing that somebody called you or emailed you. There's an opportunity for you to make some money. And you could just make a call. Quicken Loans, how y'all doing? John, what's going on, baby? Yeah, that's Bobby. Yeah. I got a deal. It's a $400,000 deal. Do me a favor. Get me pre-approved. I'll send my financials to you. Give me pre-approved real quick. Yeah, I'm trying to take down this $400,000 deal. Yeah. All right, Bobby, give me 1 second. Let me just pull your credit. Oh, wow. Bobby, we don't even need to talk anymore. We should be able to have a loan approval for you in the next 2 hours. Imagine. That's how sweet the conversation should be. But imagine when your credit ain't good, the conversation goes differently. Ma'am, we're going to have to get back with you. There's a lot of factors that can possibly hinder us from getting you this loan. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you a call back. Wow. So you still drive the Mercedes? Okay. Okay. You still have the school loans? Okay, great. Let's see. I'll give you a call back tomorrow because things is not too clear. We'll see what we can do. I'll give you a call back tomorrow. You ever wonder this? Like, why do people run away from having good credit? Like, you know, it's like common sense is common sense. It's like, to me, it's like this. I don't know if I just think it's so simple, right? If somebody told you, okay, look, have good credit. Life is, okay, if you really think about it, I'm 34 years old, right? Life has gotten to this level with me. Have some soul, be at peace with life. Stay happy and let people add happiness to your life. Learn that you should have savings. Learn that you should have credit. And the highest score you can get is an 850. So even if you have an 800, 740, whatever. And try to hang around people that can add value to your life. And learn one day that you need to invest into the world of something, real estate, stocks, so you can make money while you sleep, create passive income. With those 5 things just said, okay, I don't understand why is life so difficult. But there is people that's having challenges with the 5 things I just spoke about. Either they can't stop hanging with people that don't add shit to their life, or they don't understand the concept of saving. We have grown adults that still don't know how to save money. We have grown adults that still don't understand the importance of having good credit. They're still saying, I'm soon. When are you going to start applying yourself? People, you are grown. Imagine a grown adult, you 40 years old, no credit. And then, I sometimes wonder when people look at personal relationships, like you're in a relationship, you meet a person, and okay, yeah, hey, ladies, tell me if I'm wrong or right. Like, okay, you met a man, okay, y'all went on a date or two, okay. Yeah, he a good guy, he look good, he dressed nice, all that shit there, okay, cool. At a certain point, you gotta ask some real questions, like, what do you do for a living? Okay. Is credit important to you, or are you just, oh no, imagine the guy said, nah, I'm stacked up. I got 10,000. I got 10,000. I'm pretty good. I got 10 bands in the bank account. So where are you retiring with $10,000? What kind of life, where do you go with 10,000? Like, for real, like, you think you're gonna retire with 10,000? You ever ask real questions, ladies, like, what happens if you lose your job? How do you survive? Oh, damn, I ain't really. Imagine, the guy might freeze up. He might not call you back. How do you survive if you lose that job you've been at for the last 9 years? You ain't got no credit? Nah, credit ain't nothing to me. It's like, I don't really need credit. I got 10 bands in the bank account. Oh, okay, so you got 10 bands. Okay, so with 10,000, everything is just. And fellas, let's think about it too. I'm not gonna just be on the ladies' side, right? You need a beautiful lady / whatever we want to call it. You meet a little baddie. Ooh, she a little baddie. Ooh, she bad. Okay. After you go through the bad stage, 1 or 2 dinners, it's time to ask some, maybe 3. It's time to ask some real questions. I done spent my $150 a night to go to eat with you, or $100. I need some real questions. What you do for a living? Okay. You got savings, or you don't believe in that? It's against your religion. Like, what kind of? Oh, okay. So you ain't got no savings, but you just look good and you know how to wear fancy brand names. Okay. So if life get rough, so it's all on me. That's what you're telling me. Okay. And then if I can't produce or provide, let me guess, you ready to sign them papers? Okay. You see, credit comes in a lot of different aspects. It does. Baddie equal headaches. Oh, yeah. I've had several baddies in my life, if that's what we want to call them. JoJo. Shouts out to JoJo in the building. And I've learned it ain't about that. If you don't get you a female that adds value to you, I'm going to tell you something. I don't know if it's me, but you're starting to see that some of these less, as people would say, because it is in the eye of the beholder. Some of the most, as they would say, the lesser. Let me phrase it the right way. The less attractive females are married. You realize that? And some of the most attractive females having a hard time being married. You ever realize that? This for my fellas. If y'all ladies listen, that's on y'all close your ears. Huh? I wonder why is that? I wonder why is less attractive females married compared to the baddies, as the guys call them, or the more attractive or seductive females, huh? Why is that happening nowadays? Is it true to say that, some people got their priorities in order and some people just want to look good? Or for the ladies, is it true to say that a man that may not have a six-pack sometimes own a lot of assets compared to the man that's fit, green eyes? You know what I'm saying? He got the body on him. You know what I'm saying? Cologne busting when you get to the dinner table. Don't own a goddamn thing. All he know how to do is look good, huh? And then you wonder, where do you go with this? Two people in a relationship, bad credit, no savings, whole bunch of debt, don't understand the importance of it, go have a child together, and then raise their kids with that mindset. And then the curse and the generational factors continuously keep happening. Now you got kids growing up thinking not having bad credit makes sense. You have kids growing up thinking having no savings makes sense. You have kids growing up thinking that owning shit at nothing at 30 makes sense. We got people 40 years old, 30 years old right now. Ask yourself a real question. What do you own? All the years you live, you ain't getting younger, people. What do you own? One thing that's free that you should be owning is credit. Good credit. People, I'm not going to hold you up. I'm about to go watch some good-ass Netflix. You know, I'm on somebody else's account. You know, I can't play like that. I had to save the $12. Shouts out to my boy, Ian. I hope he watching. I know he upset. But it's important to understand, people. My goal is never to downplay anybody. I always say that. I got to give it to you in an aspect where you can understand it. So before we close out, I want to say 5 things. One is 5 great reasons to have good credit. You get lower down deposits when you go buy a house and a car. You get to leverage credit to, of course, making you money when it comes to starting a business, running a business. You get to leverage credit and be able to flip properties with no money, which I'm going to be showing you if you guys, of course, are coming to my show on November 14th. This is not a show you want to miss. And I did y'all a favor doing it for $149. A favor. Because this show, when I go to the extended version next year, this is going to be a $3,000 show. So you get to see how much value that I'm about to teach you that some of you don't know. Number 4, credit is a great tool for emergencies. Life is never promised. Things happen. We go through ups and downs. We're all human. I go through ups and downs. But I make sure while I'm up, I try to limit my downs. That's how I look at life. And I try to limit my down by having as much tools as I can. Remember, I tell you, look at life like it's your tool belt. And in your tool belt, you need to have certain tools. The difference is the tools is not a hammer or a chisel. The tools is having credit cards that have great high credit limits, 10,000, 30,000. If you're a grown adult, your credit limit is 1,000 on your credit cards or 2,000. Call that 1-800 number on the back. Increase your credit limits. Get it to 10,000. Get it to 30,000. Get it to 40,000. Your tools is knowing that you have the potential. While using other people's money, you can always make money. A lot of us are programmed that you need money to make money. You don't. You need to have good credit. And you need to learn how to leverage that credit. Because I told you, there's a lot of people, I get it. You have great credit and you're doing nothing with it. You're not investing into anything. What's the point of having good credit? You got an 830 score for the last 7 years. You ain't investing into shit. You're just showing it off to your friends. Oh, my score 830. My score 830 and I got an expensive car. My score 830 and I got an expensive car. My score is a 780 and I got an expensive car. Okay, wow. You got an expensive. At this point of life, if you really think about it, anybody can drive majority of any car if you have good credit. If you're willing to work 2 jobs, if you're willing to pay that car payment, anybody can drive any type of car if you really put your mind to it. So I don't know why we kill ourselves. Oh my God. Like a person made it in life because they have good credit and an expensive car. And I don't even understand if you're going to go into these expensive cars, first invest into real estate or something to create you income first. Create passive, let passive income pay off your debt. That's why I said to you, I'm getting me a Lambo. I already told you, it's payment about $3,500 a month. I'm putting down $80,000 or $100,000 on my Lambo. I gotta get my Lambo. I should have got it since 30, but I said I wasn't ready yet because there's more important things to worry about. I want to own a building first. But once I got $20,000 to $30,000 coming in, I told you in the next 24 months to 3 years, I'm buying my first building. And you guys know it's going to be on social media. Once I buy that building, I got rent coming in, 10, 30, 15, 20,000 coming in a month. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go get that Lambo, $25,000, $3,000 a month. I'm going to let somebody else, while they paying me rent, pay for my Lambo. And I'm going to be riding down I-95. Some of y'all going to see me. Hey, Bob, ain't that Bobby? I remember he did say something about that in one of his videos. Man, I turned that shit off. I ain't even want to listen to him because he be talking too much. He just be talking. I don't even know if he telling the truth. Why should I even listen to Bobby? Like, I went to school with him. Like, I did business with him. I don't know what he talking. He don't know what he talking about. He only 34. What could he possibly know? See, a lot of people don't know when I had that Bentley. People don't know when I had that green Bentley that I bought. People don't know all these luxury cars I've had, people. Been there, done that. I realize I ain't worried about that right now. I'll worry about that type of stuff later. I had my cars. I had my share of cars. But I've learned there's more important components to life. Use credit to let it make you money. Use credit to create passive income. Use credit so people don't have to know your business. Sometimes you go through rough times. You need to borrow $10,000, $20,000. Use credit to save your child's life. Use credit for the right reasons. People don't always need to know your business. Learn to leverage credit for the right reasons. But also remember, credit is not your money. You owe it back. I want to make sure I say that before I close out. Because a lot of you had this thing where you done borrowed money or leveraged credit, don't want to pay him back. Oh, why they calling my phone? Why they calling I would call your goddamn phone. You took my 100,000. I'm calling out. If I could call every day, I would be calling for my phone. Calling for that 100,000. I realize a lot of you, and I get it. We're growing up in this world. Sometimes our parents come from different countries, different levels of poverty, no matter if it's from Middle East, if it's from Haiti, if it's from different continents, Africa. But what I've learned, we could all do better if somebody teaches us how to do better. And I'm trying. I'm pushing a lot to really give back. And I know the format I'm giving is very different for some of you. Because the format I'm giving is very raw. And I'm trying to make it relatable as best as I can. Because I don't want to sit here and do videos giving you guys BS. I'm not even here to really sell you anything. I don't force nobody to come to my shows. I don't force you guys to book me. I'm financially okay. I'm okay. The question is, are you okay? The question is, are you in a position or a path to create generational wealth for your family? The question is, do you have life insurance for you and your kids? The question is, do you understand the value of credit in that? Do you understand that credit can make you a lot of money if you know how to leverage it into real estate? Do you understand you don't need money to make money in this world if you have good credit? That's what I'm here to tell you. I'm not going to sit here and be on a video telling you bullshit like this. Hey, guys, listen, you can have bad credit. You're going to be all right. No, the hell you ain't. No, the hell you ain't. And then some of you going to go right into this mindset. As long as I got cash, I'm straight. Shame, 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 shame. Shame. So you think having an 850 score versus having $100,000 cash, you think your $100,000 could last you, 10 years? How quick? When you start to understand and have 50 or 100 or 200, 300, when you start to have this type of money, you start to really realize how much money ain't worth shit. Think about this for a moment. You got $100,000 cash. You want to buy a house. The house, to be in a decent neighborhood, that's $400,000 nowadays. Really think about that for a moment. 350, 400 to be in a decent neighborhood, middle class area. How far did your 100,000 just go? Really think about that for a moment. To live in a nice area, minimum 350, 400,000. If you're in Fort Lauderdale, Broward County. So when I say this, I get it. Many of you haven't touched a certain amount of money yet, so some of it is foreign to you. So when a person say 100,000 ain't nothing, you still looking at them like, what? I don't know what he talking about. You gave me 100, I'm gonna do this, that, and that. How far are you gonna go? I used to say the same thing. I guarantee you, the day you touch $100,000, you're gonna start to see 100,000 is nothing. It's nothing. But when you got credit and you got 100,000, ooh, now you on to something. Because that credit can be leveraged, and using some of that 100,000, maybe 20 or 30,000 of it, you'll be surprised you could buy a $500,000 house and flip that if the deal makes sense. Make you 40, 50,000, make you somebody's salary. And when you guys come to my show and start seeing how this game is played, you're gonna be like, why wasn't I doing this a long time ago? The only difference is that in order for this game to be played, you got to come with your tool bag. Where's your tool bag that I keep talking about? Where's your tool belt? If you don't have any tools, I can't help you move forward. But if you give me the tools, I can teach you how to utilize your tools to create generational wealth, to create great income while you're still working at whatever jobs you're working at. I'm not here to tell you to quit your job. I'm not here for none of that. I'm just here at the show when I do November 14th. You go online on mentourme.com, click the products tab, and reserve your seat. I'm here to tell you that you can do it too, but you need the tools. So any of these credit repair people that's probably on my live or that probably follow me, or I don't know, there's a lot of them. I'm not here to sell you credit repair. There's a lot of people that do credit repair. Find whoever you want that does credit repair. In the next 12 months, your goal is to get your credit fixed. Your goal is to also have daily goals and weekly goals. Learn to have $10,000 to $20,000 saved. And just also understand that it's not gonna solve all your problems. Some of you think the minute you got 15,000, you're the king of the world. Like you know, there's people that's making $1 million a day. There's people that making $1 million an hour, and we still got people making 30,000 a year. We still got people making 50,000 a year. Why the next man making $1 million a day? We got there's bigger fish to fry. We got a lot of we got a lot of other issues we got to go battle. We need to get past this credit thing. People, just get your credit right. Get your savings right, and let's move forward and go fight the bigger battle that's out here. But right now, a lot of us, we still got to keep coming back. We still don't get it. We still got credit issues. We still don't want to pay people back their money that we borrowed. School loans, you didn't do an IDR program. You don't want to consolidate your debt. You don't want to pay people back. You got credit card balances that you owe $200, you ain't pay it. But some of you got car payments you're paying $600 a month. Some of you going to brunches for $80, but you got a credit card that you ain't paid for $200. You don't want to pay it. You don't want to fix your credit, but you just want to keep looking good and getting them likes. So you can be able to brag to your friends. I want to make sure they know that I was out this weekend. I was on the scene. I was looking good. Girl, look at your hair. Damn, boy, you got that Louis shirt. Damn, you got the new J's on you. You got the iPhone 12 on you. Damn, you doing them like that. You hurting them, my boy. But what's your credit score like? What you own? I know I see you with a Ferragamo, and I see you got you got a little retwist and everything. What do you own? Oh, I ain't hear what you said. You heard me goddamn clear. What you own? What's some assets you own? It's your boy Bobby from Mentourme.com. I want you guys to have a great night. But I want you guys to also understand what I'm trying to teach you guys. Build your credit. Learn to leverage your credit. Learn that I can't force you to do anything you don't want to do. In order to be great in this world, you have to learn to invest into yourself. This show I'm doing on the 14th, you don't have to come. It's up to you. But come learn something new. For a lot of you that don't know where to start in life, this is a great show for you when it comes to, of course, investing, especially investing in real estate. And for a lot of you that's doing what you're doing, and it's not working, When are you going to change your approach? If you've been living all your life, you've been doing what you've been doing, and you still don't have certain things in line, when are you going to change your approach? It's not, what you're doing is not working. So when are you going to change your approach? 30 years you've been doing what you've been doing, you still don't own shit, you still got bad credit, you still have zero savings. When are you going to start to book an appointment with me? When are you going to say, you know what, I want to learn something different. Let me learn from somebody else in life. Let me get away from my friends who ain't been teaching me shit. Let me learn from this guy here. Let me try something different. Mentourme.com. May God bless one God. Peace.